Today on Signature Dish, we're on the hunt for great food hall finds. We'll dig into DC's hottest food trend with some bountiful Southern soul.
You want it to bathe and get good, get all the flavors together.
Stop it. Enjoy a meaty sandwich with none of the meat.
It's like a question, is it chicken? Complete explosion of flavor.
And get our hands messy.
I told you, I'm gonna make you work today.
So that we may feast. This is incredible. I'm Seth Tillman, WETA producer and DC native, and I love good food. That's why I'm traveling to restaurants across the DMV. At each stop, looking for the one thing you just gotta try. That signature dish. Try swinging a stick just about anywhere in the DMV these days, and chances are good you'll hit a food hall. The chef-driven food emporiums, blessedly free of national chains, are everywhere. But one food hall in particular can be credited with kicking off the local craze. Union Market, which sits in the center of a historic wholesale district, opened its doors in 2012, immediately transforming its surroundings and drawing in scores of hungry Washingtonians and tourists alike. 2 years after the market opened, Puddin moved in and has been there ever since.
The idea of Puddin really sprang from my mother. Back in 2005, before Puddin was really a thing, I got my mom's bread pudding recipe, which was amazing. But you know, there were some tweaks that I made to it that I think really took it to the next level. We give out samples at Union Market because we want people to taste the difference in this particular bread pudding. And when they do, they're so happy about it.
After mastering bread pudding, Toyin turned her attention to Southern comfort food.
My mom grew up on a farm, and her parents are from the South. And so she grew up learning how to make all these kinds of foods. Interestingly, my dad is from West Africa, from Nigeria, and he grew up making fufu, making okra soup, all those kinds of foods. So the culmination of the two was always very interesting to me.
Before she landed a spot in Union Market, Toyin first took her Puddin concept on the road.
I started in 2010 at a farmer's market called Eastern Market, and I was able to cultivate that and use all of our profits in order to buy our first food truck, which we got on the road in 2013. After that, I got another food truck, and we worked the food trucks for about 10 years. And then during that time as well, that's when we got into Union Market. I think that Union Market has done an excellent job of curating all of these very small businesses. Because I mean, they could have had a Chick-fil-A in here. They could have had, a Starbucks, but instead we have local vendors that are in here. So Union Market truly is this beautiful collective of small businesses.
With almost no space in their tiny stall, most of Puddin's cooking takes place in an off-site commercial kitchen, which is where I'm headed to meet Toyin and learn more about her signature gumbo. Toyin.
Hi, Seth.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I am excited about journeying out here to a commercial kitchen.
Yeah.
A super impressive space.
Thank you for coming.
What are you making today?
We're making gumbo today.
Well, it looks like we're making gumbo and a lot of it.
We're actually not making that much, Seth. Typically, we're making about 60 gallons of gumbo in our kettle over there. So today, we're just making a small batch just for you.
All right. Well, when I walked in, I thought that was a hot tub. So
Don't get in there, Seth. Don't do it.
I am impressed. And I know there's a lot of different ways to make gumbo. So what makes this one unique?
This is a chicken and beef sausage gumbo, but we actually add smoked ground shrimp in it, which is a bit of a nod to my West African roots. And the reason is we are trying to keep this as close to what West Africans were trying to recreate as enslaved Africans in the United States. So what that means is we don't have the French influence. We actually are not going to start with a roux at all, and we're going to use okra and sassafras to thicken our gumbo.
And I know there are a lot of haters on okra,
Yeah.
but I personally love it.
I love okra too. So gumbo actually translates into okra in Yoruba. So okra is such an important part to gumbo. So we're going to start with the Holy Trinity. We're going to saute this first. We like to use a lot of the Holy Trinity. Gives the gumbo a great flavor.
And where does this recipe come from, Toyin?
So this recipe is partially a recipe that I got from my mom, but honestly, being half Nigerian, I kind of made a mashup of a little bit of what I know to be okra soup and then a little bit of what I know to be gumbo. I let my taste buds guide me, but and the ancestors, of course, right?
Well, I know gumbo is very personal for a lot of people, so.
Yeah, it is. And sometimes people get into fights over what should be in gumbo. Like these tomatoes right here. You know, I know I'm gonna get some backlash over these tomatoes.
Man.
So Seth, the next thing is gonna be the spices. So this is a mixture of all the spices that we use in our gumbo. It also includes some of the ground smoked shrimp.
So in this spice mix, is there some actual spice, some heat?
Oh, there's definitely some heat in this dish, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in there as well.
Probably a few secrets in that bowl as well.
I can't tell you everything, Seth. So we're just gonna mix this in. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add our tomatoes.
The controversial tomatoes?
The controversial tomatoes. We're gonna put them all in there.
I'm not gonna complain.
Really a small amount. And we'll add in our Worcestershire sauce and hot sauce mix.
But a little more spice going in.
A little bit more spice, absolutely. All right, Seth, so can you hand me the chicken and the sausage? We're gonna get those in there too.
Oh, you got it.
Thank you.
And what kind of sausage is this, Chef?
That is a beef andouille sausage. Yeah, so we actually use a beef andouille instead of a pork andouille, and it's great. It's nice and spicy. All right, let's get that mixed up. So now this is starting to render out a little bit, and we're gonna add our chicken stock.
All right, and I can't get over how good it smells.
Thank you. All right, so we got a chicken stock here that also has some parsley and garlic in it as well. So I'll go ahead and dump this in.
You got some real heavy lifting to do here today, Chef.
I'm telling you. This is it, though. This is my workout. And after this, we're gonna go to the market and get some gumbo.
Oh, okay, well, it'll all be worth it.
Okay, Seth, so this is gonna simmer for a while, and then we're gonna add our final ingredients. We want it to bathe and get good and, you know, get all the flavors together.
Have some melding happening in there. Love it.
All right, Seth, so we talked about the okra a little bit. A lot of times the enslaved Africans weren't able to find okra, so they got some help from the Native Americans and they started using sassafras. Sassafras gumbo filet is ground up here and it does act as a thickening agent as well. We add both. Some people just add one or the other, but we're like, why not? They're both good, you know? So we'll go ahead and add the okra first. All right, get that all in there. And so we're just gonna sprinkle this filet right on top. And we'll give that a quick stir. So this is gonna need a little while longer to cook, but how about I let my team finish this up and we can go over to Union Market and get some gumbo that's already made.
That sounds really good
Sounds
to me.
good? All right, let's go.
All right, Toyin, I got my spork all ready to go. This looks incredible. Can't wait to try it. Stop it. That is hearty. That is smoky.
Oh, good.
A little bit of spice too in that
Yeah.
bite of sausage I got. A little more spice than I was expecting.
Yeah, it hits you in the back of the throat, right?
Oh yeah. That is just a wonderfully comforting, delicious bowl of gumbo
Thank
right
you.
there.
I'm glad you like it.
And you know, the tomatoes, you get a little bit of that acidity as well, maybe a little more acidity than I'm used to from gumbo.
Yeah, just a little bit. We're always trying to keep this dish as historically accurate as possible. So tomatoes and okra were harvested at the same time. So it was natural that when enslaved Africans were making gumbo, they put tomatoes and okra in their gumbo. Now, I know that it's a controversy and a lot of people don't like to hear that, but we add a few in there just to add a little bit of flavor and give a nod to history.
And speaking of okra, you know, yeah, it might be a little slimy, but I love it. And I like that there's just a big old piece of it right here at the top. I'm just gonna go ahead and eat that.
Yeah, enjoy. I mean, there's a reason why we keep the okra whole. I love it. I think it's awesome. But you know, for our customers that aren't big fans of okra, we like to keep it whole, and it's easy to put it out of the dish. So
Absolutely.
you pull it right out. It doesn't.
It's even easier when you pull it out and you just eat it.
Exactly.
And you know, Toyin, this is incredible. Just absolutely knockout gumbo, but I've been eyeing this bread pudding the whole time we've been sitting down.
Puddin.
I can't leave without giving a little taste.
Gotta try that one.
What can I look forward to here?
So what's awesome about our bread pudding is there's no nuts, no raisins, no cinnamon. Everybody who has issues with bread pudding, they don't like you know, soggy bread, they don't like raisins, they don't like cinnamon. We eliminated all of that, and we're just making it incredibly simple. So if you like butter, if you like sugar, and you like bread, you know, then you're gonna love our bread pudding. And bourbon, of course.
Of course, a little bit of bourbon. There's something to be said for just playing the hits.
Yeah,
giving
exactly,
people what they like
exactly.
to have. Well, I love everything here. This is intensely flavorful. This is just rich, warm, and delicious. It was a real treat to watch the pudding operation in full effect today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
From Union Market, a short 10-minute drive over the district line lands me in Brentwood, Maryland. I'm stopping into the small but up-and-coming miXt food hall and hitting up Mush, where friends and business partners Tariq Frazier and Alex Hamilton dish out hearty sandwiches and bowls with a twist. Their menu is entirely plant-based.
We met in a summer bridge program at McKinley Tech High School. Shout out to Tech. About 2019, a lot of stuff was going on around me, and someone told me, like, you just need to fast. So I did a 21-day spiritual fast. Went cold turkey, no meat, no dairy. I dove deep into it.
Both me and Tariq, we had our own like individual paths to going plant-based. Basically, when I realized that it was certain vegetables like mushrooms that could give me the same satisfaction as meat, while still allowing me to, you know, feel more energetic.
And I was a chef, so I was cooking all of his food.
Yeah, I was spending all my money with this guy
Yeah,
right here.
so like a lot of the things you see on the menu here is actually from meals that I've created for, like, specifically for him.
And the main thing about it, both of us are carnivores at heart. Like, that's been our journey, finding something that fills that void that we lost when we gave up lamb, steak, you know, all that good stuff.
He came to me one day and was like, man, you gotta try oyster mushrooms. I fried this up. It's not that good, but I know if I let you taste it, you could, you know, put your spin on it. So it was like, all right, I'll give you a call in a couple days, see what I come up with. Mush. Like, we came up with Mush after that. I have a fine dining background. I want to give people the best product. It's just a way for, you know, people to feel good after they eat your food and not just like they just, I just had a sandwich. It was you know, it was okay. No, you're going to taste every ingredient with every bite, and it's fresh, it's good, it's clean, and it's for the people.
Chef,
Yes, sir.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thanks so much for welcoming me to Mush. Tell me about what you're making today.
Today, we're going to make the banh mi izzit.
Well, I've had a lot of banh mi's in this area, but I don't know what an izzit is. What's that all about?
The izzit is the name of our oyster mushroom sandwiches, so it's a play on words. It's like a question. Is it chicken?
So this is a chicken sandwich with no chicken. So everything's going to be using these, you said oyster mushrooms?
Oyster mushrooms.
And so tell me about these beauties right here.
These are homegrown in Dickens, Maryland. We get them from a farm called Happy Farm.
All right, so no one's going through the woods and foraging for these guys.
Yes, sir. Grown on a farm in a barn full of logs.
That's pretty cool. And they look so fresh and healthy with those beautiful gills on the bottom.
They're nice to fry, batter them up, and they get nice and crispy how chicken does.
So how do you go about getting them ready for the sandwich?
So first we want to just gently break it in half. Then what we do is just cut the root of it off. This is the part that is connected to the log. And from there, we just gently break them down. And this is what you get on your sandwich.
And so you want to be pretty gentle with these.
Yeah, it's pretty gentle, you know. Take care of your product, treat it right.
All right, and so you're going to fry those up, but what's going to make this a banh mi?
What's gonna make this the banh mi is the slaw and the sauce that's on it, the sesame sriracha sauce that's on it. So we have some thinly sliced cabbage here, some red onion, and we have some fresh mint. Then we have some thinly sliced ginger as well. Then we're gonna add some cilantro in the end to finish it off.
All right, well, I know it's not a banh mi until there's a truckload of cilantro on that sandwich.
So we're just gonna mix it up and incorporate everything, get everybody all acquainted together.
And are you going to add a little salt or vinegar to kind of help break everything down in here?
No, sir, this is a raw slaw.
Raw slaw. All right, well, that's new. So what are the next steps in the process?
So first we're gonna take the mushrooms over to our wet batter. Then we go into the seasoned flour mix, gluten-free flour, pink Himalayan sea salt, and Ethiopian spice blend. Then we repeat the process, and then it's double breaded. We're gonna drop it into our hot oil until they're nice and crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. And while the mushrooms are frying, we're gonna go to the grill and toast the bun in our house-made roasted garlic oil. Once the mushrooms are fried, we can go ahead and assemble our sandwich. First, we lay sesame sriracha on the bun, 4 of our house-made pickles. Then we go with the slaw and our fried oyster mushrooms on top. More sesame sriracha aioli on the top bun. then we're ready to enjoy.
Alex, Tariq, this is a tall sandwich, but the colors are so beautiful.
Sir, be careful with that.
Let's see if I can do this.
Okay, Seth, hope you're tasting the crunch from the slaw and the mushrooms, and then the freshness of the herbs and the ginger, and then the nuttiness and the spiciness from the sriracha and sesame oil on the back end of your palate.
Complete explosion of flavor. Crunch coming from that cabbage, that raw slaw. That is just such a mix of textures in there.
The reason all those flavors are popping out for you like that is because they're all fresh, house-made. The sesame sriracha aiolis from scratch, the extra garlic, olive oil on the bun, the heat in that, it's all made from scratch. Even the batter with the gluten-free flour and everything, we even put our own twist in that. Yeah, when you put that extra love in it, you know, you could feel it and you don't even know why you're getting it.
Yeah, if you hadn't told me, I would have no idea I'm eating oyster mushrooms either.
People are so accustomed to getting mushrooms in one way, you know, but this is a new introduction. It's more familiar.
And everything's just so colorful too. I mean, these veggies. Tell me about these, Chef.
These are our coconut milk braised collard greens, which we use fresh herbs and the Ethiopian spice blend that we use on the mushrooms. That's what gives them that nice bright orange color.
This is just a celebration of vegetables and fresh, healthy cooking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Some people even say those taste like they got some type of meat brewing in it. Even though it's vegan, people say that flavor, they can't tell.
Do you have people who come in here and say, I can never just do a plant-based diet, but they try this food and they're converts?
Oh yeah, it's never a maybe. It's always like a will be back. And the ones we're most happy with are ones when it's their very first experience. So we know they're in a safe place when they come to us. You know, we're not gonna turn them off or give them anything less than a great taste and customer service experience here.
That's awesome. And I mean, do you feel like maybe also being in this food hall is giving you guys the flexibility to try this concept out, to show it off?
Yes, for sure. But we do think that this concept will work under any type of setting, for sure.
Come back and find you guys in a brick and mortar in a couple of years?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. That's the plan.
Well, I'm a convert. This sandwich was just loaded with flavor, and I can't wait to come back and try it again. Thanks, guys.
Looking forward to having you, sir.
I'm closing things out with a visit to the heart of downtown and a food hall that's providing the neighborhood a much-needed post-pandemic lift. The Square is an ambitious project on the ground floor surrounding the International Square office building's dramatic atrium.
We're calling this place the Square. And throughout Europe, the Square is the place where people go to stay and like hang out. And I thought that really made a lot of sense for a place like a food hall. Yes, we want them to eat, but I mean, we just want them to hang out and like really enjoy this place and be social again.
It's a really exciting moment. It brings a lot of energy to this place, you know? The neighborhood is being really open and I'm excited about what we're doing. Definitely we're feeling the love and we want to give the love back.
Besides running the overall food hall, Richie and Ruben also collaborate on Casa Teresa, a full-service Spanish restaurant, along with its two offshoots, the charcuterie spot Jamón Jamón and Brasa, which showcases rustic Spanish cooking.
Brasa, it brings back to my childhood. You know, Brasa means coals. I love cooking with fire. I think we got spoiled. It's really easy cooking at home or cooking with gas, and it's really humble working with fire because it's never gonna be the same. It's about, you know, the feeling.
Brasa, I jokingly call it a Spanish meat in three, but it's everything that every healthy person really wants to eat. It's straight, simply grilled food, presented super delicious. We've been to the farms where the animals come from in the sausage. We've been to the farms where the vegetables are coming from. It's really something special.
It warms me up, you know, like thinking, you know, about this food. Something comes from my heart, something comes from my traditions. We have sausages that we made in-house, and everything comes consistent of vegetables that we simply grill. Pan con tomate, alioli, that's it. It's just delicious. I mean, why not?
I'm heading to Brasa to meet up with Ruben as he gets the coals fired up for the day. Chef,
Hey, Seth, how are you, man?
nice to meet you. I am excited that we are cooking with some live fire today.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I get to do this every morning. Actually, my hands are tired, dude. Can you help me?
You want me to fan the flames a little bit?
Yes,
here?
please.
All right.
Please.
So what do you guys got going on here at Brasa?
Brasa is really simple. It's really humble and really honest cooking. I'm gonna show you butifarra. Butifarra is a small, simple sausage to make. It's pork, it's salt and pepper. That's it.
All right, well, I'll give this one more fan, so I feel like I've done my job for the day here, Chef.
Oh, no. There's more work to do. We have to make the sausage.
Oh, of course.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, wow. All right, well, I got to say it. We're finally going to see how the sausage gets made on the show.
I'm gonna make you work today. So you have an apron here for you.
You mean business, Chef. And what kind of meat are we looking at here?
Here we have a pork butt and a pork jowl. The pork jowl is gonna give me a fattiness that is creamy. First step is gonna be getting the meat ready.
Okay.
So you can put your gloves on. We're gonna start cutting it like really roughly. You know, it doesn't matter, you know, exactly what size are we cooking. Let's cut these guys in 4 pieces.
Oh, I got to catch up to you.
You're doing good, you're doing good. Next, we're gonna cut the pork butt.
All right, this is pork butt.
Pork butt.
Same thing, just kind of rough chop.
Yeah, rough shot. I'm not gonna wait for you. Just go for it, okay? So let's put everything here.
Oh, you got it. Ready for the grinder?
You're doing good. Ready for the grinder.
Okay, since we're talking a lot of pork here, I'll try to spare you all the details. But after the grinder, we turn our attention to seasoning the pork simply with salt and pepper, and then working the meat and the fat together, continually pounding the sausage to emulsify the ingredients and create the right consistency. After that, it's time to load the sausage stuffer, don a fresh pair of gloves, and make some butifarras.
There we go. So we're gonna get ready the intestine. This is 100% natural. It's the casing from the animal. So we're gonna load it. So I have here a pedal. So basically right now is what I'm gonna be doing here is controlling, you know, the pressure with my hands. And I'm gonna be holding here, getting a consistent path. You wanna try?
I'll give it a shot.
Hold there, and then let the machine to push, let it flow. There we go.
All right, takes a
Sausage
second to
matter.
get used to.
Don't pull.
All right.
Let it, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, let it push. The machine is pushing.
Machine's doing all the work.
It's doing all the work for you. The only thing you're telling the machine is like how much
see.
pressure you want in the casing.
Not ready for professional kitchen work
No,
just
but
yet.
you're doing
Chef.
good, you're doing good. Okay, this is the end. Awesome.
Oh, wow.
You did great,
look at
man.
that. All right, not
You
bad.
did great,
Not
you
bad
did
for a
great.
beginner.
I mean, look at this. Look at this big sausage. And then I do like a kind of my hand, you know, marking here, and then I go like, boom. So here a little twist, go to the next one. You wanna try?
All right. That look good right about there, Chef?
Yeah.
Oh, I broke it.
You know, accidents happen.
Oh, I broke it again. Chef,
Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Because
Help
you're
me.
doing this. Okay, don't do this, because this is breaking, okay?
Okay, show me the correct way
So
again.
first press there,
Yeah.
okay, and then just twist
Ah, I see.
one
Okay.
side.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Give it a little pinch. Twist one side. Oh,
There
look at
we go.
that. Look at that.
There we go, there we
Perfect.
go.
You're a good teacher, Chef. Let's see if I can finish strong
Just
here.
finish your job. This is how easy.
And we're back.
All right.
I'm sure you've made better butifarra than this.
That's fine. I'm sure it's gonna taste great.
Tastes great.
So that's the important thing.
With my first foray into sausage making mercifully over, Chef Ruben turns his attention to preparing our feast. Besides the butifarra, an array of seasonal veggies, as well as bread for the pan con tomate, are grilled over the wood-fired coals.
All right, gentlemen, a Spanish feast. I'm ready to dig in. What are we looking at here besides the butifarra?
Okay. So good job making butifarras, by the way. So this is the one I made. This is your one you made.
Oh, okay,
You see,
that's,
mine-
that's the runt.
Yes. I did better.
They both are pretty good, guys. You guys did all right.
So grilled potatoes, and then grilled carrots, grilled eggplants, and zucchini.
Should I try the expert-made one?
Absolutely. All right.
Oh, this is a feast right here.
Wait. Before you go there, this is not finished.
I'm ready to
This is
go.
not finished.
All right.
No. This is not the entire feast. So here we have alioli.
Alioli.
Okay, it's
Not
staple.
mayonnaise. Not mayonnaise, what a lot of people think.
It's a staple back home. Okay. enjoy as you please.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's not finished yet. Yeah.
But wait, there's more.
Okay. Have you ever pan con tomate before?
I have never pound con tomate before in my life.
Yeah. Here, recipe for you. So, pan con tomate is a staple back home in Catalonia. So, toasted bread, tomato, olive oil, and salt.
It's a do-it-yourself operation here.
Now, if you read your recipe,
Take 1/2 of the tomato, rub it on one side. All right, got that part
what-
down. Finish with a generous drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. All right, is this generous enough?
more.
More.
Come on.
Never stop, never stop, never stop.
And then some salt.
My chef
Oh,
skills
there
on
we go.
display.
Oh,
here.
wow.
All right, there we
Make
go.
it rain.
And now, my friend, I'm gonna let you eat.
One of the great things about this is like having the bread on the side of a meal and putting a little bit of the sausage and a little bit of the vegetable on top of the pan tomate enhances the whole meal.
Well, I'm gonna dig into this butifarra. I've been waiting too long. All right, try a little alioli with this as well.
Eat your veggies.
Oh, chef, that's just excellent. It's amazing that something as simple as pork with a little salt and pepper can yield such an incredible flavor. Nice and juicy, great flavor throughout.
It really is, and we use great pork. We've had great relationships with our local vendors. It's just the pure expression of a great product.
I gotta try a little bit of this, these veggies as well. Again, so simple. You got a little bit of salt, you got a little bit of oil. That's just terrific. And this is great too because, you know, this is such a communal dish. And the whole idea here, you know, with downtown, you know, bringing people back together, community, this just works perfectly for that.
That's what we do, you know. It's all about, you know, sharing, and it's all about getting together and make a better future.
One thing to bring things together is the Perot.
The Perot. Oh, we forgot one thing.
Home brings people together. So this is the perfect vessel for gathering people together. I'm gonna show you a pro tip because I don't want you to get dirty. Okay, you take your napkin, okay, put it underneath and
Not his first time to Perot.
All right, I'm gonna take your pro tip. I'll probably end up with wine all over my shirt anyway, but let's
that's
just,
okay. That's okay.
let's give it a go.
I guess
All right, here we go.
hope you don't go to a meeting. There we go. There we go.
There we go.
Ah, pretty good.
Wow.
Pretty good. Remember to swallow, okay?
All right, Rishi, you're left.
You did great.
Oh, no.
I mean, you can see, you know, how, you know, this is fun. You know, food is about getting together, have fun, to share stories, and we're glad to be here and can't wait to share with the world.
This is a memorable meal. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for coming.
To find out more about great food in the Washington metro area, visit weta.org/signature dish.